what's up, everyone? Happy Idul Adha, everyone who is of this world and is celebrating that particular celebration. I hope you the happiest of festivities. Today in Roadside Reviews, we're going to be talking about one particular movie, a movie that I gotta say, it's a change of pace from what we usually feel when we watch movies. I haven't felt this way ever since I watched Harry Potter. Harry Potter was the best of the best, and it's still a favorite. I rewatched it a couple of months ago, and it did not lose its steam, its charm, its magic. And it's the only movie or set of movies that has made me feel this way again. And the movie that I'm talking about is I Saw the TV Glow. Or I hope that's the title. It's either that or similar to that. And it stars Justice Smith, who I think he was part of Pokemon Detective. Now, all the time that I've seen this dude, I've always seen him as perky, vibrant, full of life. His character is something that could always incur, a hyperactivity of some sort, There's a lot of energy when you see him on screen. But this particular role is an exception. And it's like galvanized, weird energy, condensed in the highest form and poured into one piece of art. And that is, I saw the TV Glow. Now, the reason why I'm saying that it's got weird energy is like from the setting to even every single character to Justice Smith's character being so dead inside, it makes you feel like, okay, he was never a happy person to begin with. He played the character so well. I am concerned for his mental health. So, Justice, if you are ever listening to this, are you okay? Or have you ever been okay after playing this role? Because it definitely feels like a diamond in the rough, but also at the same time, it seems so peculiar, so strange. The role, the movie, everything about it. It makes you question reality on a front that you've never even considered before. Because, as always, people would be too scared to take that step of actually killing themselves to find out. Which is why I kind of feel like even though it was made about the freaks, about the weirdos, about those who stand outside of the line of normalcy, they cannot watch it. They should not be allowed to watch it. It should be illegal for everyone who considers themselves out of the ordinary to watch this, because it really does push them to that front. It makes them go the extra mile. And you might actually have weirdos, or all of us for that matter, just killing ourselves to find out if it's true. Because damn, was that some freaky ass shit or what? I thought it was just so intense. So let's go into the movie. Now we're going into the movie. We haven't even started talking about the movie, so let's get into it. So it's a movie that talks about a kid who is obviously, as I've pointed it out, he's a freak. All right, he's weird. He's the silent type, keeps to himself, doesn't really talk much. It's kind of like, the odd one out kind of vibe, and it always happens that way. We're all cool with that. We all know, or either you've seen a person like that, or you are the person like that. And so he's living out his life, in his own world, he sees an ad, or at least he sees an ad for a TV show that they're going to start showing, called Pink a Pig. And it's a story about two girls that have a psychic connection with each other, and they try and fight evil on their psychonetic, their psychopathic, no, on their psych level, okay? The big bad is Mr. Melancholy. I kind of feel like he did that because of me. His name is Mr. Melancholy. That's the big bad of this entire show. And what happens in this is that they go around trying to fight all these minor evils from, what's that one's name? It's actually two in one. Marco Polo. Marco Polo in their world are demons, actually. And they have to stop them somewhat. Yeah. And so with this setting, the kid is interested and he wants to watch the show, but it shows on Saturdays at 10. And his bedtime is earlier than that, so he's not allowed to watch it. So he comes across this girl who's reading a book that is about Pink Pig. And, even though he's odd and he doesn't really know how to communicate very well, he's able to talk to her. And she's also in that same pool too. So it's like, eventually they get to talk to each other. And it's just so sweet because, they're warming up to each other. It's like so hard because they're both so weird. I know I'm saying weird with a lot of energy because there is no one who has felt that feeling more than me. I have been in that zone for such a long time. I could see someone reading manga and I would want so much to walk over there and have an amazing conversation. But I just pass by them and say, hey. In fact, I scared them off, if you know what I mean. I have no idea how I'm able to do that, but it seems like my aura is one that is capable of warding off people from even getting close to me. One of the things that my friend even said that kind of did not really hurt my feelings, but she said every time I entered the room, the lights went down. Like, how did you see that? Anyways, so they actually bond, and she tells him of a way that he can actually watch the show, and that is by pretending to go over to one of his friends' place for a sleepover, and then he would rather go to the girl's place, and then they watch. That kind of thought there was going to be an action between the two of them, but the girl actually likes girls, so doesn't go down that path. But they have a connection that surpasses that. So in a way, it's kind of cool though. Anyways, what happens is that gradually they get through the entire thing, and even though he's not allowed to watch it because it's way past his bedtime, she records the episodes and lets him watch it. And they keep up with this till the entire show stops in the end. Now, what is very interesting about this entire thing is that after that, the girl decides that she's going to run away. And she actually does that. And the moment she does run away and her mom dies, the show stops at that very moment. Freaky, but true. Weird, but true. And so we go from 2 years later to 8 years later to 20 years later. And we find ourselves coming back to back. Like, we find the guy living his life, working as part of, like a theater. He works at a theater, but he comes upon the girl once more, and she tells him something insane, that their entire life is actually in the TV show that they were so obsessed about. That the TV show itself is their life. And now they have to find a way out of where they are, because where they are is actually a prison called the Midnight Realm, and that their real bodies have been buried alive, and their hearts have been locked in an industrial freezer. So we're talking an absolute insane reality, one that is completely insane. And the bro, or at least the guy, does not believe it. It's too scary. You know, the first time when she was running away, she wanted him to come along, but he did not. And so the second time was supposed to happen that way, but he did not too. So it's like we've got a really, really weird case where, like, we've got two of them. We've got two cases where he decides to not go along with her. And so what happens after that is that now she has a plan for him to also get out of it too. So it's kind of like Matrix talk. And she also wants him to come along, but he is too scared. And in the end, she has to leave him. And when she does, he kind of starts regretting the fact that he didn't go along with her. She had an entire hole dug for him, but he didn't go along with it. And so he spends the rest of his life in the Midnight Realm, or, you know, because to him, he cannot really tell if that's reality or it's fake. At the very end, it's very freaky, because at the end of it, that's where you actually find out that he cuts himself open and he sees an entire TV inside his lungs, which is really, I really don't even understand what that is, what it means really. But one thing that we can verify is that he has been in that world for such a long time that he does not want to get out because he's too scared, and it's definitely not worth the risk to him. So, I don't know, in one sense of reality, I cannot confirm or deny whether it's the truth or not, because we end on a cliffhanger, and I don't even think it's a cliffhanger. I think it's just how the movie itself ends, and it's like they are okay with it ending with so much confusion. But anyways, you can watch it. Maybe you can find an interpretation in a monologue somewhere, but this was the most confusing show I've ever watched, which is why I put it on the same level as Harry Potter, because it made me feel things that only my childhood self felt like. You know, the feeling that, okay, maybe an owl is going to swoop into my room at midnight, having a letter telling me that I deserve to go to a high school for magic people. You know, so that's weird. Anyways, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys go check it out and tell me what you think, because I cannot be the only one who thinks this should be unsafe for anyone who is not a weirdo or anyone who is a weirdo. But you let me know. I hope you guys take care of yourselves, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Until next time, Young Titan out. Thank you for listening. Bye.